This is a super easy starter base that's going to give you a place to sleep, it's going to give you food, it's going to give you a place to smelt, and it has an enchanting table all in this little tiny footprint. I feel like I just did a tiny house intro. The first thing you want to do is find a nice open area to build the base in, and I just so happen to have a conveniently dug hole right behind me. Now this hole is 11 blocks by 11 blocks wide and 5 blocks deep. So after you've mined out this hole, we're going to grab our logs now, or whatever material you want as your pillars, and we're going to place them down in every single one of the corners. We're then going to leave a 2-block gap, place down a log, a 3-block gap, place down a log, and then a log in the corner, and we're going to continue this pattern all the way around the hole. And after you've placed down all of your pillars, you're going to place horizontal logs connecting each of them, so it kind of looks like you have support inside of your structure. Then we're going to replace every single one of the wall blocks with whatever you want your walls to be made out of. Now I'm using stone bricks, however stone bricks are of course a little expensive, especially early game, but if you're willing to do the smelting, I do think it looks really, really good. You can use cobblestone, or you could use... Yeah, cobblestone's really the only stone block I can think that's pretty easy to get. Or andesite, you can use polished andesite. And once you finish the walls, we're going to fill in the floor with spruce slabs. That's a nice little resource saving tip, is that you can use the top side of a slab and it will save you, well, half the wood because you're placing down half a block. And once you have your floors in place, it might be looking a little more homey. I especially love the warm, welcoming brown that spruce offers, so if you can get your hands on some spruce, I highly, highly recommend it. Now we have to decide which way is going to be the front of our base. Now I've decided that this is going to be the back of my base, so like when we're entering the base, we would come in and this would be our ladder right here. So this is the front. I hope that made sense. Pick whatever one you want, it doesn't really matter, whatever one looks best in your world. We're then going to go into this center 3 wide hole, and we're going to break down this center strip. We're going to dig right the way up to the surface. Then we can go ahead and replace this with whatever blocks you used for the floor and for the walls. So we're then going to bring this up until 1 block below the surface. Grab your ladders now, and we're going to place down ladders so that we can get up here. We're then going to grab our logs, and we're going to remove all of this. We're then going to place down 2 logs here, 2 logs here, 1 log here, and we are going to place down a ladder right here. We can then grab our trapdoor, and we're going to place down a temporary block right here, place down our trapdoor, break the temporary block so that you can get in and out of your base nice and easy. Now that we have that, it might be a little easier to get in and out of this hole. We're now going to grab our crafting table, and we're going to place it smack dab in the center of our base. That way it's super accessible, and it's also going to make building this thing a little easier if you have to craft some blocks. And it wouldn't be a home without the furnace, so we're going to go ahead and place in our furnaces now, because, you know, crafting table, furnace, and then what's the next step? Bed. Bed. That's how you make a home in Minecraft. All right, let's remove these 4 blocks in the corner here. Again, this is the opposite side, so this is the back of the base. We're then going to remove these 2 blocks as well. We can go ahead and fill in these slabs, that way you can't see underneath of the floor. We're going to place down our stairs here, and then we can go ahead and place in our chest in the bottom here. But actually, let's quickly just grab some logs and place down 2 logs here, 2 logs here, and fill in this back wall with blocks. And you know what? Let's even do the bottom. We can do it in stone because it's kind of like this is the subfloor. This is mining into the foundation. I just came up with that, but I kind of like the story. Then we're going to go ahead and place in our furnaces. You can still enter the chest right there. And then we can go ahead and place in our furnaces, and then the 2 hoppers, and then the 2 chests. Wait, what's that? You have 2 super smelters in your starter base? Yeah, because what if you want to smelt 2 different things? So there you go. Put 2 of them and just kind of like make it symmetrical. All right, the next thing we're going to do is grab our stairs now to make this underside look a little bit nicer. And it's also going to round it off, which is going to make it look a little more homey. So I'm going to use spruce stairs. Whatever you use for the floor, I would recommend using as your stair block. And we're just going to go ahead and fill this in with stairs now. All right, you're going to have to bear with me for this next part. We're making circles in Minecraft, and I have a reference photo up on my other monitor. So the first thing we're going to do is place down 2 stairs here, 2 stairs here, so that is 5 blocks. We're going to place down a stair going in this direction, and then we're going to go over 1 stair, and then a slab, and then a slab here, and then we just replicate the pattern. Stair, sideways stair, 1, 2. And then this one would have a stair, 1, 2. Sideways, boom, boom, boom. Yeah, there we go. All right, so it is 2 stairs, trapdoor, 2 stairs, sideways stair, stair, slab, and then we're just replicating that pattern all the way around. And when it's all said and done, this is the circle that you should be left with. And it's a little easier to see now because every one of these 3 sections, you should be able to see the wood on the top side here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to grab our blocks and we're just going to place down 1 row of blocks on every single one of these blocks. And this again is probably going to make the circle shape a little bit easier to see. And it's like this, this, oops. And then more blocks here. You guys are just building along with me right now. All right, there we go. And that is the final circle shape. So once you have this shape built in, we're going to grab our glass. Actually, you know what? Let me show you the underside so it's even easier for you to build the circle. So it's literally just these little corner pieces that you're going to see. And the rest of the roof is going to be made up of glass. So just grab glass blocks and fill in the entirety of this ceiling. And with the ceiling filled in, this place is now officially safe from monsters, assuming you close your trap door. So now you have a perfectly safe home that we are ready to just start going crazy on the interior with. What we're going to do is we're going to grab our torches, and on every one of these 3rd blocks on the logs, we're going to place down a torch. And this is just going to make it nice and bright, and of course, it's going to make it symmetrical, so we need to have them all there. Once you have all of the torches in place, we're going to grab our carpet now and place 2 carpet in every direction of the crafting table. Now, of course, this is optional, and basically all of this is optional because it's a building tutorial. But I think the carpet, especially the dark green on the spruce, just looks incredible. We're going to grab an enchanting table now, and we're going to place it on this block right here. And of course, what's the point of having an enchanting table if we're not going to get level 30 enchantments? So let's go ahead and break this corner block, place down a bookcase, a bookshelf, and then we're going to fill these walls in with 2 high bookcases. Bookshelves, bookshelves. And then we're going to go ahead and throw this in. You'll see that we're only at level 18, and that's because we're not done. We're going to place down 3 right here and 3 right here. Nice and symmetrical. And of course, if we go in here, level 30. So that is absolutely perfect. Of course, you can arrange these bookshelves in any way you want. If you don't like the logs in the middle, you can easily just replace the logs with bookshelves. But I do think that this looks best. And of course we need storage, so let's grab our chests again, and we're just going to fill in these walls with our chests, giving you 6 double chests worth of storage. We are going to be using these 2 walls, and we're also going to be using this wall. But if you want to go ahead and throw more chests on this wall, you can absolutely do that. So let's go ahead and just throw in 3 more double chests. So we're up to 9 chests worth of storage. Bed. This is where we're going to be placing down the bed. You can do whatever you want with this wall, but make sure that there is a bed. Alright, and if you're playing on Windows now, this is going to be for you. This is an AFK fish farm that's super easy to build, and it's going to be really quick. So all we're going to do is dig 3 blocks into the wall, then we're going to break down these 4 blocks, place down a double chest right here, and then a hopper running into that chest. We're going to break this block of the back and place down a note block. We're then going to place down a fence post right here, waterlog that fence post, place down a pressure plate, and then an iron trapdoor on top. And just like that, we now have our AFK fish farm in there. And of course, we can just go ahead and replace all of the wall blocks and the ceiling blocks so that they look nice and clean. And boom. That was a record. Not actually. I think I could probably build one of these in like 10 seconds. But yeah, so now you have an AFK fish farm right here. And all you're going to do is set up your auto clicker for 800 milliseconds. Point your cursor right here and set it to go. And then you're going to come back, have lots of XP, lots of fish, and it's super great. All right, are you guys ready for an AFK chicken farm now? This is where it's going to be going. And this is how you're going to get your food source. So you've got a nice little setup with your KFC machine. All right, chicken time. The first thing we're going to do is grab a chest, place it down right here. We're going to mine out these 3 blocks. We're going to remove these stairs and remove this strip of wood as well. We're going to replace that log with some stairs. I recommend using brick stairs. I think it works for the color palette. And it's also kind of like, there's going to be lava here, so fireplace. I don't know. Choose brick. And then what we're going to do is grab a hopper. run the hopper into this chest. We're then going to place down a dispenser facing into that hopper, place down a slab on top of that dispenser, and then we're just going to mine quickly behind here because we need to do some work behind here. We're going to break that block, and we're going to place down and break this block, and we're going to place down an observer right here, so that way the face is looking towards this dirt block. And then we're going to place down another observer so that this starts a clock. So if I go ahead and place an item in here, it immediately gets shot out, and that would be like a chicken egg. And then once we have that, we can go ahead and break this block right here and place down a hopper, and this is going to be where we keep all of the adult chickens. So we're going to go ahead and mine up here so we have a little more space. We're then going to grab a building block, so let's just quickly grab our stone bricks again, because this is going to be visible. This is going to have glass on the front, so you need to place down a nice block right there, and we might as well just place down all of our nice blocks, so that way everything looks nice. And we can mine up to the surface. And if you want to have a permanent chicken hole, you can just go ahead and place down a trapdoor right there. And if you don't want to get trapped in the chicken hole, we'll just slowly crawl over and grab a ladder so that we can place down 2 ladders. Or, no, just 1 ladder. We're going to place down 1 ladder right there so you can get out, but your chickens cannot. And we'll just go ahead and shut that. And we can label this the chicken hole. And basically the last thing we have to do is we have to grab our glass, place down 2 glass. Well, I guess we can only place down 1. And then we're going to place down our lava bucket and then quickly place down your glass. Now that could go wrong very, very quickly. So be very, very careful when placing down that lava. Why did I build this out of wood? It's not going to burn down now. But I didn't think about, like, if it spills out, that would be really bad for you guys. Be very careful. Alright, once we have this, you are ready to put your chickens inside of the chicken chamber, and if you need to collect eggs for a little bit, simply break one of these observers, and then this will no longer dispense the chicken eggs, it's just going to collect them, so you can collect 13 stacks, 14 stacks, 9 plus 5. You can go ahead and place this observer back, because we're not going to be doing that. And we might as well fill this in so that we don't have zombies or anything spawning in our walls. Fill this in, and then I just saw this sneaky little block. Place down something there. It's not going to be visible, but we need to place down a block. There we go. All right, and then we can go ahead and fill this in. I hate mining holes into my buildings. There we go. Oh my goodness, I see that little dirt block. Okay. Block. There we go. Now it is beautiful. So, yeah, all we need to do now is put some adult chickens in there, and we are ready to have an infinite food source and finish up this tutorial. So I'm just going to spawn some couple chickens in here, and then I guess we're done. That's my goodbye to you guys, but I mean, I'm going to put the chickens in here, obviously, so let me do that. All right, if you're playing on Bedrock Edition, you can fill this with as many chickens as you would like. If you're playing on Java Edition, remember, entity cramming is a thing. I'm pretty sure it's 24 entities per block, so you can only have 24 chickens there. So you might want to make that hopper thing a little bit bigger. I actually forgot one really important step, though. I'm not sure if this applies to Java. I don't really play Java, but we're going to grab a trapdoor, and we're going to replace the block above the lava with a trapdoor. If you do not do that, all of your baby chickens will die as soon as one of them grows up. So that is super, super important. And of course, we just need to fill this in. Is that visible from the surface? I hope not. Yay, it's not. All right, there we go. This is a done build now. So I hope you guys enjoyed your starter base. If you did, please consider subscribing. My name is 1UpMC. This was a very different video for me. I had a lot of fun with it, so I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. And I will catch you guys in the next one.